It's really hot. We're banging out 2 videos today. It's going to be an unboxing. As you can tell from the title, it's going to be the Yellowtail Arsenal. All my rods are behind the camera, and I'll talk about those in a second. So let's open this one first. If you guys watched my Fred haul video, I bought some stuff from Liquid Assassins, and I didn't realize it until after I left. I actually wanted to get 2 jackets because they had this navy blue, and I was like super stoked on that color. I didn't realize it until after I left that I did not get the navy blue jacket. So it's the navy blue one. Pretty sweet color. I'm pretty stoked on this one. Got another windbreaker waterproof jacket. I got to test out the camo colored one pretty recently. We're fishing in pouring, I'm not even kidding when I say pouring rain, and a trucker hat. Pretty sweet. Pretty stoked on those 2. Yeah, I'm not kidding when I say we were literally fishing in pouring rain. Underneath my shirt was bone dry, legs down, soaked. So yeah, those are the 2 Liquid Assassins things. This one, if you follow me on social media, you might have seen my Instagram story that I posted of this. This is from Fish Hub. So I want to give a quick shout out to Liquid Assassins and Fish Hub because by buying one of each of their products at the Fred Hall show, you got entered into a raffle. I bought both their products not even knowing that, and they were like, oh, you just earned a raffle ticket. I was like, really? That's cool. I'm down. It's not what I did this for, but even better. And I won. I was one of the lucky winners from the raffle. So the Fish Hub sent me a little tackle box. Inside this tackle box, there are some, there it is. Here's my lucky ticket winning stub. Got some Cool Baits underspin heads. Got brown and silver. Pretty stoked on that. A couple Recon stickers. Definitely gonna put those up. Oh! Recon bait as well. But yeah, pretty stoked on that. Nice jerk bait and a craw colored crankbait. So I would definitely be using those in future videos. I'll be using all of these in future videos. Perfect size 3-inch swim baits. Silver. Ooh, pretty stoked on that. Nice curly tail swim baits, sweet colors. All these colors are really, really good. I like these. This will be good for calicos. This will be good for everything. Anchovy. Some 4-inch swim baits, 3-inch swim baits. I think this is a shrimp. Solid little tackle box right there. That's for sure. Pretty stoked on that. And I didn't even have to organize it. So even better. So that's the unboxing. Obviously that was really quick. That's why I'm doing the Arsenal video. Much cooler now. Speaking of giveaways, while we have this topic on the on my mind, we're almost at 500 subscribers. And if you have been watching my past videos, you know that at 500 subscribers, there will be a giveaway. Harbor Hooligans is going to be giving me a package to give away to one of you lucky winners once I hit 500 subscribers. So go hit that subscribe button right now if you haven't already clicked that button. If you want to be a part of this giveaway, stay tuned for that. This giveaway is going to be happening pretty quickly because thanks to you guys, I'm growing more and more pretty fast. So go hit that subscribe button. Help me hit 500 subscribers. Can't do it without you guys. Let's talk about my arsenal. Alright, to speed this up and make you guys not have to listen to, if you want to see just my surface siren arsenal, go ahead and click this link right, or wait, it'd be on this side, right? Yeah, go ahead and click this link right here above my head. As I said in the last video, this is my holy grail right here. Graph Fighter 100 J-Mag with the Shimano Trinidad 20A on there. I'll just tell you guys what I use for surface irons, and if you want to listen to me go in depth about it, you go and click on that link, and then I'll spend the rest of the time talking to you guys about the rest of the rods that I haven't yet talked about. This is my Okuma SCT inshore extra heavy rod right here with the Lexa. Good combo setup right there. Usually I have the, if you guys are old viewers, you might know that usually the Lexa HD is on this rod, but I changed it up because that one kind of fits with a different rod a little bit better. There's another surface iron stick. This is the Mojo Muskie, and there's my HD that I was talking about. Very nice rod. I love this thing. This one is actually my dad's, but this rod right here used to be mine. Gave it to him for his birthday. Honestly, I love this rod. It's a good starting rod for a 9 foot. If you aren't comfortable flinging those long rods, 8.6 is a pretty universal rod between regular size and longer. So if you want to start off with an 8.6, I recommend that. If you aren't used to the long rods, next step would go for a 9 foot. And then if you feel comfortable enough, go ahead and hop on the 10 foot. That's exactly what I did. So this is a 9 foot version of my 10 footer, the 100J Mag. This is the 900L. So this is a 9 foot version, pretty much the same rod, but smaller and different specs. It's paired with the Saltist Gold and Black series, size 30. All in all, this is a really good setup for surface irons. Nice, small, compact reel with a 9 foot rod. Feels really good casting, easy to cast. And last but not least, this is a new setup. This is actually my dad's reel. Don't tell him, but he hasn't used this reel yet. I will be using his reel before he gets to. Oh yeah, same as my surface iron setup video as well. It's come to the point where I have to put up this video because I waited so long and I'm going out on Saturday. So there will be a video here to come soon. Hopefully we get on some Yellowtail paired with the Proteus 9 foot. I personally did not know Proteus rods, the Daiwa Proteuses, actually came in 9 foot and 10 foot for a little bit, and they are really hard to come across now because they don't make them anymore due to shipping. I guess they replaced the 9 and 10 foot with the 8.6 or the 8.10, I believe. Really unfortunate because the Proteus sticks feel really good, but I kind of wish they were a little bit longer. So for a 9 foot, couldn't pass up the deal. Shout out to Joe for hooking it up. Definitely going to be fishing with him soon, so you will be seeing him in future videos. He started off as one of my viewers, but I can honestly say, like, he's a really cool dude. He's one of my buddies at this point. We haven't fished together yet, but we're definitely going to. We talk all the time. Shout out to him for hooking it up on this rod. Apparently he's got 7, and he is trying to get rid of some of his rods because he's got quite a bit. So even though it seems like I might have a lot of setups, trust me, I feel like I have a problem, but it's not even bad compared to a lot of the people out there. I mean, Reggie, if you're watching this, I'm talking to you. And I might actually be at that future problem. Might as well spend the money while I can before I cannot, right? You know, because I don't have much worries at this point, and I don't have a whole lot to pay for. I might as well spend the money now while I can instead of in the future when I cannot. But now that the surface iron setups are out of the way, now we're gonna get to my rat stick. So this is my rat stick right here. I got the Lexa 300 with the Phoenix M1 Inshore 7 foot 9 inch 20 to 40 pounds. So I mean, I say this is my rat stick, but honestly it's good for rats, it's good for big bonito. It's really fun stick to use to catch some big bonito, and obviously it's exactly what it sounds like to you guys. It's also going to be a good calico setup. I haven't been on a calico trip yet. I really want to go on one, but when I do, I'll definitely be throwing this rod right here, this setup right here. I used this rod in my last Yellowtail fishing video. If you want to see that, click on this link right here. This was the exact setup that I was using throughout that whole video. Caught 3 yellowtail that day, hooked up to 5, 6, maybe 7 on this rod right here, and I was throwing the size 100 sardine color flat fall. The only thing that can make me like this setup a little bit better is if I had the power handle. I might purchase one in the future, but if I don't, oh well. It's still a really fun reel paired with this rod. Love this setup. This rod I actually use when I go rock fishing as well. I don't bring this reel. I'll show you what reel I bring in a second. I bring this rod when I go rock fishing as well because it's literally the most sensitive rod I've ever felt in my life. I feel absolutely every little tap. So to be able to feel that when you're rock fishing, that's what you want. Like, this camera that I'm talking to right now died in the middle of while I was talking. Before that, my other camera, that SD card got full. So I don't remember exactly where I was at. I can see that I have 2 rods right here, and I know that I left off on this rod right here talking about my rat stick, but I don't remember where I left off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to this rod. This rod right here is a pretty incredible rod, I'm not gonna lie, and it's very, very cheap for what it is. This is a California series, which is a Turner's House rod, but the cool thing about this one is this is the Tri-Helix. I got this in the size 25 to 60 pound line rating, and I believe it's an 8 foot. Yeah, I believe this one's the 8 foot. But the cool thing about this rod right here is it's a Phoenix blank. I know that this one's a Phoenix blank. I know that the tri-fiber is a Phoenix blank. I've seen a couple more that look like they would be Phoenix rods, but I'm not positive on if all of them are. I don't think they all are, because I don't think the calico stick is a Phoenix blank. The tri-fiber, the N-Shore, and this tri-helix are all Phoenix blanks, 100% positive. And this, if I remember correctly, was about $160. So I mean $160 and you get a Phoenix rod. You really can't beat that deal. But this was the reel I was talking about that I usually pair with this rod right here. When I'm going rock fishing, I take this reel off and I put it on this rod, and it's just like the perfect rock fishing setup. The reason why I like this reel for rock fishing is because it's a pretty small reel, and it's also got a 2-speed. If you haven't used a 2-speed for rock fishing, let me tell you right now, like, it makes a huge difference. It makes it so much easier. You know how tired you can get from reeling in rockfish. It's like reeling in a trash bag from the bottom of the ocean. Using a 2-speed reel honestly helps out a lot. So if you didn't know that, that's a pretty good tip right there. But besides that, I love this a lot for yellowtail fishing. This right here is a perfect setup. I think this is one of my first setups for yellowtail fishing. I wanted this combo because it was, in my opinion, it was the perfect setup. I wanted something all black, so that's what I went for here, and it turned out really good. The metalloid, when I was doing research on like smaller compact reels, but like big enough to catch maybe even small tuna, maybe in like the 20 to 30 pound range, when I was doing some research, it came down to either the Saltist, probably like 30 size, or 35 size, or the metalloid, and I ended up going with the metalloid because I think this one was cheaper by a little bit, and that might have been why I went with it. But either way, I'm not disappointed with it. It's held up against really big yellowtail. I can tell you that right now. This reel has seen a lot of yellowtail, and I'm very pleased with it. This rod as well has also seen a lot of yellowtail. I use this rod for everything. I do a fly lining with this. I've used it for jigging, yo-yos, and flat falls. That's usually what I jig. I've also used it for surface irons, I believe. No, I did not. I do not use lever drags for surface irons. The reason being is because those of you who have used lever drags, you kind of have to like put it in the perfect setting to where you would want to cast it. But lever drags are really, really good reels for fly lining. And the other cool thing about lever drags is you could set it to where halfway or wherever you want it is the power that you would want to fight the fish. And once you feel that the fish is tired out, you could crank that thing right back up and just put the hurting on it, crank that fish, and just yank it on in there. It's a really nice rod. Anyone who has fished the tri-helix knows how nice this rod is, and it's growing really, really quickly. When I bought this rod, I don't remember seeing anyone out there who had this rod yet. And now it's like I can't go on a boat without seeing somebody using this rod, which is awesome because, I mean, it's smart. If you want a Phoenix rod but you don't want to pay the price for it, this is a really good rod to get. Highly recommend this rod. And let's move on to the last setup. This setup right here, I actually made this rod blank from the blank and all. Wrapped the eyes. This is all done on my own, and I wrapped the handle as well. Let's put the butt on there, wrap the handle myself, wrap the eyes all myself. My buddy Devin actually showed me how to build a rod, and I went ahead and tried it out myself, and it came out really nicely. I'm really stoked to have built this rod, and the way it came out for my first rod ever, I'm pretty stoked on that. There's little tidbits and little things that I can nitpick and nag at, but that's just because like I've spent the time to look at this after it was done, and I've really noticed the tiniest imperfections. But if you don't look too hard at this, you aren't gonna notice it. I can't even remember what the ratings are on this, to be completely honest. I know it's a CalStar, and I'm pretty sure it's a 50 to 80 pound rod. I'm almost positive, or it might be a 40 to 80 pound, but I'm pretty sure that's what I got. I wanted a nice heavy rod for the size of this reel. This is the Saltist LD50, and I wanted a nice heavy rod for the reel. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a 50 to 80, and okay, so I think it's a 7.6. Pretty sure it's a 7.6. So 7.6, 50 to 80. Pretty bummed that I didn't remember what the ratings are on this. I wanted to put it on the back side of it and put my name and something, but I never got around to that. It's something I should do here soon. So that this setup right here, I use it mainly strictly for bait. This is the rod when I know there's big yellowtail in the area. I'll use this one.
And also when there's bluefin in the area and we're targeting bluefin, this is the setup that I'll use, because you never know what size bluefin you're gonna hook. You could hook a 10 pounder, you could hook a 30 pounder, you could even hook a 300 pounder. You never know what size bluefin you're gonna hook. So this is the rod that I use for mainly fly line. Again, it's a lever drag, and I love lever drag for fly lining. I believe there's 60 or 65 pound braid on here. I left a good amount of gap to top it off, and I think there's 40 pound monofilament on here. Pretty sure it's 40. If the yellowtail are feeding, I'll just leave it straight 40. Why not go heavy and crank that fish in, put the hurting on it, and get it in as fast as possible to catch the next fish. But if they're finicky, or for bluefin even, what I'll do is I'll use a double uni knot, and I do 20 or 25 pound fluorocarbon straight to this 40 pound monofilament. And the reason why I do that for bluefin and for finicky yellowtail is because the fluorocarbon is, everyone knows it's more invisible, and bluefin are super finicky, so you want to higher your chances at hooking those things. Still haven't caught a bluefin yet. Hopefully this year, but if not, I know I'll get one sometime in my lifetime. But yeah, this is basically my bait stick. Like I said, this one's like my basically all around, and this is my rat stick. If you haven't watched that video on my surface iron setups, go ahead and click that link. I didn't want to go too into depth about this. I just wanted to show you guys what I personally like to use for these fish. Yeah, that's basically all I got for you guys. Hopefully next time you guys see me or any of these rods, it'll be in San Diego at the Coronado Island. Hopefully hooked into some good size yellowtail. Fingers crossed on that. If you want to see future videos on any of these rods and my review on that exact setup, let me know in the comment section below, and I will make sure to make that video hopefully in the near future. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching. Give this video a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. I will see you all next time.